Is it working? Hello everyone, my name is Andrew and today we are doing some Arcania Gothic 4 playthrough. Today I'm going to go through swamps, mainly mainly only through the main swamps, while there are other swamps that contain the temple around the area. I'm not going to touch the temple. So today I'm going to deal with only quests related with I think it was about the the color on the animal, the straw hat, I think it was golden chalice, quests related to quests related to I think there is none anymore. Sorry for my bad condition currently. I am currently ill, but I'm feeling a little bit better since the last streaming I did. Since my only priority here is to record my experience and to share it with you. If you have any ideas or thoughts about this, you can always ask me. But if you are interested in going through the game in the intentional way as it was made by developers, yeah, you can just check out this stream where I'm going only a true warrior style, without using magic, ranged weapons, and any enchanted weapons that have like any type of fire, electricity, or ice that will give like additional additional damage to them. So here we are. One and a two, and a one and a two, and a one and a two, and a one and a three. That was three. First one, second one, two, one, two, one, three. One, two, one, three. That was three. Unfortunately for this snapper, I can say that the intention of attacking pattern here on Gothic difficulty is quite actually not really well, since the enemy is capable of literally just spamming the hard attack, the heavy attack, even not to mention that they are simply alone. I don't know how to describe this phenomenon, but quality. Yes, everyone. That's quality, guys. The moment you see an unknown texture clipping through the platform, it really shows the quality of this game, which is good. It's fine. Right, in the beginning of the stream I forgot to mention that I am also happening to deal with the with the quest related with Cobwebs collection. I haven't taken the quest for that, so because I wanna hear the I wanna listen to the special voice lines that are related to doing so beforehand. Okay, I'm actually add a commentary on the ranged weapons used by goblins. I forgot the name of that thing. I think it was Jujujukuru, yeah, but I'm gonna call it Yuyuyukuru because it feels easier to pronounce than Jujujukuru, you know. But yeah. So basically that weapon is really ass, and only goblins are able to use it as a special staff weapon, which are mostly commonly used by, mostly commonly, by every goblin that uses magic. That's pretty much it. So what I wanted to point out, that the fact that hunters, the goblin hunters, which are using special ranged weapons like those like speeders or something, they are imperfect and inaccurate because their what was the projectile is quite awful at their direction. Oh shit. Yampai. I think that the shamans of goblins, the shaman goblins, are actually the most weakest mages in the game. Considering the fact they are unable to protect themselves with the weapon they are wielding, it is actually quite sad to see that, yeah, they can't even use block to at least try and to prevent the incoming damage, just like the advanced mages do, the skeleton mages, which kinda shows how the game was actually made, which is kinda quite sad, but yeah, whatever you have, it is. Ah! They're basically just dolls that you can just hit constantly because they don't just resist anymore. They're literally just the full dolls for practicing your combos. The window range of their magic attacks is so wide that even lizards would be envious of that. Maybe, or maybe not, because lizards are really weird to fight with. Because the moment you hit them, to be precisely, the lizards that are attacking, ouch, are with bigger range, they somehow manage to attack you, despite the fact that they are already being attacked. Which, quite honestly, really not good. It doesn't make much sense. The window attack of lizards, the splitting lizards, is really so weird that you can just try and hit them, but at the same time you would still be spit on, just because of how the code was written well for these enemies. I don't know from whom else these enemies are actually bad, but I think lizards, the spitting lizards, are kind of annoying more. Since most of the other stuff that I've already encountered in this game, I think the climb... What was the name of those guys? I forgot. I have forgotten what was the name of these guys. Because they were just living in a mountain of Wadai. Their attack window is so wide in the meaning of range that when they perform a combo attack of strong attack, they they cause you to fall a couple of times because of that, which really sucks ass, I might be honest. I think, yeah. Also, the howling they make is actually horrifying, but in a good way that I like. They really made the enemies really so good, so well modeled, and their gimmick is to basically just be annoying, I think. But let's forget about that right now. I think the other type of the enemy in this game that could be really annoying, I think it would be bosses. Yeah. I mean, in the whole game, there's only one boss that is capable of being really annoying. Spoilers ahead. It's gonna be spoilers, but Xisha is quite really annoying when you fight against her, since her attacks have really a massive range, and the frequency of the attacks are dependent on her face. Hi there. I was only going to mention about you and how I like you, Swamp Shark. You are the best weapon. I mean... Also, fun fact. Fun fact. I already have my discipline, yeah, my discipline is at max already, and unfortunately Swamp Sharks cannot be affected by the constant attacks from the endless combo that you are dealing to them. Like, if you will constantly swing sword at them, they will eventually just hide to prevent the constant damage. I could have dodged that, but it was an error. if you are a new player in Arcania Gothic 4, I could tell you that I prefer for you to just use whatever you like. The combination of three since the beginning of the game until the end of the game is actually the best way for you to experience the whole game. Just because if you feel really like risky, not even difficulty of Gothic would like really give you a high challenge. Just because of how, if you will master your magic, the game at that point would just become, why would you even try to do anything else? For me, if the way of upgrading the whole time you spend in the game just to upgrade completely your magic skill is pretty kind of boring, but at the same time, the moment you already max out your for example lightning magic, it is most of the times actually pretty fun. What I'm trying to say here is that don't go nuts like I do right now. I mean, you could try your luck, you could try your knowledge, but honestly, I'm trying out my knowledge here. And I can be really wrong, which is how I am unable to dodge the ranged attacks from some enemies. And then I will just pay blood for that, because I was too careless for that. Okay, if I remember correctly, I need 12 combat. The best way to dodge Lurker's attacks is either when you are fighting 3 of them, you can use one of them as a cover. Because the window is there, yes, the ranged attack is like a box, invisible box, if you will, and when you just hide behind the one which is alive, you can avoid getting damage. Yeah. So after they perform the attack, there's like a small gap of time limit where you can actually continue hitting them. Either it's gonna be heavy attack or just simple quick swings, which allows you to take disadvantage. Oh, now we are going back to the roots of the beginning of the game. The fucking flies that I hate. But this time, they're even worse. That's why? I don't know, they just reuse acids and they have different names this time.